Do you struggle with crocheting a flat circle? If so, this video is for you. Hi, my name's Rachel and I love to crochet all day. And today I'm gonna help you crochet a circle and keep it flat every single time. So if you didn't already know, there is a magic number for each stitch that you use when you crochet a circle. So whether it comes to a single crochet, half double, a double, or a triple crochet, I'm gonna help you out today. So let's jump straight into single crochet. So first off, I wanna show you, if your circles look like this, then you're adding too many stitches. And if your circles resemble something more like a cone or a bowl, you are not putting enough stitches in each of your rounds. So like I said, there is a magic number for every stitch that you do. Here we have a sample of single crochet. I have half double crochet here. We've got double crochet and triple crochet. And as you can see, these are all flat. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this, make this your outcome every single time. So let's start with the single crochet. Here is my example. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 5 rounds all together. I started with 6 single crochet in the center, which is the magic number for a circle made of single crochets. So here I'm using bigger yarn so that you can see my stitches a bit better. I've already made 6 single crochet inside of my magic ring. And when you get to the first stitch you made, you make a slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1 because that's pretty standard. And then in this round, which is round 2, we will be putting 2 single crochet into every single stitch all the way around. So I have slip stitched into the first single crochet I made. I'm going to chain 1, which is what you do at the beginning of any single crochet row. And then I'm going to place 2 single crochet all the way around. So at the end, I will have 12 single crochet. All right, and now I have 12 single crochet, and that is the end of round 2. I have already done my slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1. And now for round 3, I'm going to put 1 single crochet in the first stitch and 2 in the next. So no matter what stitch you end up using for a circle, your rounds are all identical. The only difference is your starting round. So for a single crochet, we started with 6. For half double, double, and triple, there will be a different amount of stitches that you start out with. So round 3, we are doing a single in 1 stitch and then an increase in the next, which means 2 single crochets. So if you didn't know what an increase is, it's when you put 2 stitches in the same stitch. And here I am back at the beginning of my round and I have slip stitch. So this is 3 rounds completed with single crochet and you can see that my circle is flat. I started with 6 single crochet, row 2 has 12 and row 3 has 18. The number you start with is helpful to remember. So we started with 6, so each row thereafter will increase by 6 stitches. So 6, 12, 18, and if I go on to row 4, I would have 24 stitches, then 30, 36, and so on. So that is the single crochet. And now I'm going to show you half double crochet. So for a half double crochet, you again, of course, start with a magic ring, and the magic number for setting up a half double crochet circle is 8. So we are going to start with 8 half double crochets for round 1. I have my 8 half double crochet and I am just going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet I made. I'm going to chain 1, and in that same space where we slip stitched, we are going to make 2 half double crochet. So row 2 for any stitch is always going to be 2 of that stitch in each. So row 2, you are always increasing in every single stitch. So at the end, I will have 16 half double crochet because we started with 8. And for a half double crochet circle, each round will increase by 8 stitches. I'm back at the end of my row. I have 16 half double crochet, so I am going to slip stitch into the first one I made. I'm going to pull my tail a bit tighter just to help flatten that out. And now on to round 3. We're going to chain 1, and again, this will apply to any stitch you're using. Right now it's half double crochet, so we're going to put 1 half double in the first and 2 in the next. And that's the pattern all the way around. So at the end of this round, I will have 24 stitches because we're increasing in counts of 8. Okay, so I'm back at the beginning of my round and I'm going to place a slip stitch into the first half double crochet of the round. So I now have 24 half double crochets all around. So for each round that you complete as you get bigger and bigger for a circle, you're essentially adding 1 stitch before each increase. I hope that makes sense. So for example, we just did 1 half double crochet and then an increase. So for the round following this, we would make a half double crochet in the first 2 stitches and then an increase. So let's move on to double crochet. You start with a magic ring, and for a double crochet, you chain 2 to lock that in. And then the magic number for a double crochet is 12. So you're going to make 12 double crochet in your magic ring. Okay, I have 12 double crochet and I am slip stitching into the first double crochet of the round. And then I'm going to chain 2. And depending on the pattern you're following, this may or may not count as a stitch. I'm not going to count it for this video, but it will depend on the pattern you're doing. If you're doing your own thing, it's up to you. So in the first, I'm going to put 2 double crochet. Right after that, chain 2. And then in every stitch after, you're going to put 2 double crochet. So at the end, you will have 24 double crochet. I am at the end of my round and I've already slip stitched, so I have 24 double crochet all the way around. I'm going to chain 2, and in that same space I will make 1 double crochet. In the next we will do an increase, so 2 double crochet, and that is the pattern all the way around. 1 double crochet in the first stitch and an increase in the second. And at the end of this round, you would have 36 double crochet. Okay, and that is the end of round 3 for my double crochets, and I have 36 all the way around. If you wanted to go further and move on to round 4, the next round after that would be 2 double crochets and then an increase. And our last example of the day is the triple crochet. And we start this just like any other stitch. We start with a magic ring, of course, and then a chain 3 to lock that in. And for a triple crochet, your magic number is 16. I've got 16 triple crochet. I already slip stitched and I chained 3. My chain 3 is not going to count as a stitch. Again, that may depend on the pattern you're following. For this first round, we are doing an increase in every stitch, just like we always do for any stitch we are doing in a circle. So 2 triple crochet all the way around, and you will have 32 stitches at the end of round 2. And that is round 2 complete. So if you wanted to do more with the triple crochet, again, you would chain 3, and for round 3, just like any other stitch, it would be 1 triple crochet and an increase in the next. So I hope you found that helpful. If you'd like a more in-depth tutorial of each stitch in the round, just let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to make that for you. I did make a little cheat sheet for you, which you can download here from this video, and I hope that that helps you as well. It's just a little sheet where you can reference the magic number for each stitch, and it gives you the setup for the first few rounds. So if you're wondering why each stitch needs a certain number to begin with, it's because the height of each stitch varies and it gets bigger. So a single crochet is a very short stitch, and then a triple crochet is a very tall stitch. So there is quite a difference there. So of course you're going to need more stitches in your base round to compensate for the height of the stitch you are creating. If you've got a ruffly looking circle swatch, then you're putting too many stitches in some of your rounds or all of them. And then if you have something that looks more like a cone or a bowl, then you're not putting enough stitches in your rounds. I hope this video is helpful to you. Let me know in the comments what you think. Did I help you solve a problem today? I hope so. Thank you for watching, and I will see you somewhere else on my channel. Bye!